Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this panel that discusses the work that is being done in Guyana to ensure that women and girls have equal opportunity and access to some of the government of Guyana's most outstanding and flagship programs. I believe that much of what we do is based on our ability to be inclusive and also to partner with those persons who are offering similar programs and who can take the work we do further by providing women and girls who need access to these services with additional opportunities. Right away, I would like to say that one of the partnerships that the government of Guyana, through the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, which I head, embarked on in a partnership direction would have resulted in our WIN program working very closely with the Sherry Blair Foundation, their local partner, on ensuring that women receive skills training, technical vocational skills, and upgrading of their abilities in diverse fields. The WIN program is the most successful program targeting women and girls, empowering them, educating them, and providing them with numerous opportunities for employment and the development of microenterprise and the movement into entrepreneurship. WIN is an acronym which stands for Women's Innovation Investment Network, and to date, through this program, we have managed to target over 6,000 women across the country in just under 3 years. This year, our target will expand to 6,000 more, and we have a program that speaks to women at all levels. In fact, one of the interesting things about the WIN program, which makes it peculiar, is that it removes every barrier to accessing this program. No woman or girl who requires entry into this program has to have any academic qualification, so there is no criteria. It just means that women and girls have to express a desire to be trained, commit at least a month or two of their life towards having the training provided to them in hybrid format, which means either in person or virtually, and that's all that it really takes from their end. Thereon, we take over and we are able to impart knowledge in various fields, including garment construction, graphic design, professional care programs, including patient and elder care, child care, and a number of other key programs that will impact on them in their various communities. I'd like to say that this year, the WIN program adds on a number of other programs. We will be including horticulture and hydroponics, to name two of the programs where partnership, again, within the public sector plays a role. And this brings me to partnership. While we would have effectively been delivering this kind of training to women in all areas across our country, including remote, rural, hinterland communities, to complement the work being done on the coastland, our partners have allowed us to escalate the type of training that we have been doing. And here I speak to the partnership between the WIN program and the Sherry Blair Foundation, or the local chapter of that foundation. We have managed to place the Sherry Blair Foundation into all of our classrooms, whether they were virtual or in person, in 2022. This did a significant thing. It caused the numbers to rise dramatically across the country so that more and more people were able, because of the partnership, to access the Her Venture app. This put that IT resource in the hands of hundreds, if not thousands of women, so that further to our training program, which has as part of it business literacy and our WIN in Business clinics, which also give people, women in particular, outside of the WIN program, the opportunity to be trained in business literacy, an updated feature in their training where, with the Her Venture app, they have access to continued information on business literacy. And so this partnership also saw women moving from the WIN program into Road to Growth, into the Accelerate Her program, into all of the Sherry Blair programs, which drove them a little further in their desire to open businesses, to sustain their business, or to expand their business. I want to say this is the way that partnerships ought to work. where we have that kind of synergy, allowing access of ease of access, and allowing women wherever they are to know what is happening in the public, in the private sector, and also in the NGO framework. And so with this kind of partnership, we were able to achieve much. I also believe that recognition of partnerships are important so that sharing of information will become key in those partnerships. So if there are women who are at the earlier stage of starting their business journey, maybe it might be worthwhile to direct them to the WIN program so that they can gravitate to programs of interest and programs where they see themselves opening new enterprising ventures. Once they have this skill, which is at no cost because the WIN program is entirely free to any woman, then they can move into many of the programs offered by the Sherry Blair Foundation. I also know that the private sector impacts on much of the work done when it comes to the empowerment of women and girls. And here I want to recognize the collaboration that we would have had with the Center for Local Business Development and the ExxonMobil company. And I say this because while I have mentioned much about WIN, we have gotten support in other key ventures that have focused on women, notably our We Lift enterprise. This is one that I'm particularly proud of because it has managed to showcase the work of hundreds of Guyanese women across the country. This year, we are also looking forward to that kind of partnership with Exxon so that we can have more and more women have their products, their talents, and their businesses showcased and highlighted in a very grand way, bringing them on one platform to also allow them the opportunity to network. In 2021, through this exercise, we were able to showcase 75 women. In 2022, that escalated to upwards of 175 women-owned businesses. This year, with the added component of the TV reality program, where we will now incentivize 30 outstanding women entrepreneurs who are new in their fields and also move them very easily to visibility in the public domain. We again look forward to these kinds of partnerships to strengthen what we are trying to do across the country. All of this was very instrumental in another initiative by the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, the WIN app. On this app, again, using information technology, digital technology, we have over 750 women-owned and registered businesses on that app. So what I really want to say that partnerships are key to expanding the work that we do. Partnerships are key to bolstering what we can offer, and partnerships are key to improving the visibility of the work that is being done across sectors and across spheres. Partnerships are also important because if for some reason the resources are not easily accessible, then those resources can be injected to make sure that the program gains more inclusivity, more accessibility, and more expansiveness. So I want to really appreciate the partnerships here today. And I want to say that this kind of model that exists between the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security is one that could also be utilized by other ministries, by other sectors, and with many companies across Guyana, so that the outcome that we want to achieve, which is gender equality, which is removing women from violent situations, which is giving women the opportunity to become more integral to the labor force, can be easily achieved. In fact, from all that we have been doing in just 3 short years, Guyana would have achieved success, and that was recorded in the World Economic Forum, where they would have produced from 2021 and 2022 reports featuring Guyana, and we saw in their global gender gap report, Guyana last year alone moved 18 spots upward from 53 in the country, or in those countries that were ranked, to 35. So I think that is a record achievement, and one which looks at the presence and also the ability of women in various spheres, including politics, education, health, and their presence in the labor force. Programs like WIN, programs like the Sherry Belair Foundation, programs which provide the opportunity to empowerment, the opportunity to education, and the opportunity to technical vocational development would very, very much contribute to this kind of momentum where I like to say, in my own way, we move women from a state of dependence to a state of independence, financial independence primarily, but also independent thinking and the ability to seize more opportunities as they arise. So although I'm not there with you in person at the panel, I want to say that I look forward to strengthened partnerships. I look forward to more integral working relationships where the peculiarities and the needs of this sector, the human services sector, specifically focusing on women, could be looked at to see how we have more resources injected so that maybe this year we can exceed our target of reaching out to 6,000 women through the WIN program, and we can continue to collaborate as we have been doing seamlessly. And maybe, who knows, in 2024, we can look back at 2023, seeing that we have further elevated ourselves on the gender gap report. And while it's not only about statistics, it is what we are able to do to transform the lives of women and by extension their children and family, making them more financially stable, making them more confident, making them more able to not just dream, but to realize the dreams that they've always had, and putting them on a firm footing to be women who are ready to take on the world, be powerful advocates, and use their voices to inspire and empower other women. I thank you for this opportunity of joining you virtually, and I look forward to many more such opportunities, and hopefully at the next one, I can be there with you in person. Thank you so very much.